Hi guys, it's Tara Reid. You're watching Joe and Marie all day, all night. YouTube family.
How you doing, guys?
Hi.
This is going to be our 2023 room tour. It's pretty much the end of the year. We always film a room tour of what the room looks like. It constantly changes. We're constantly jamming more stuff in there and taking stuff out, selling it, or it pretty much goes to savers or goes to bull moose, but it's always constantly changing in there. So we always like to show what the room looks like at the end of the year, to let people know how it looks and, how we collect.
How do we store all this?
Exactly. So we're going to kick in the doors and we're going to just show you everything in the room. And I'm just going to go through it little by little and, we'll just go from there and just do it. So are you ready? Let's do it. So we're going to start off with the only thing that's not in the movie room is some of my vinyl. It's pretty much in my son's playroom right outside the movie room. So this is pretty much all the A's through O of our collection of just regular, artists. But that's all that's right there. And then here is the doors for the movie room. They're bifold wood doors. But Marie's going to kick in the doors and we're just going to get started.
All right,
so,
I'm going to kick it.
Go for it. So we're just going to go right in. I'm going to start on the left and we'll work our way around. But here's the room. We're going to start over here. This is pretty much our mantle. There's a fireplace right here. But we don't really use it. It's mostly, we use it as storage. But I'm going to start off on the top of the mantle. I have some Harry Potter wands, a book, some Fraggle Rock, some knickknacks and stuff that go across. There's a Urban Legend picture signed by Tara Reid. Some more figures as we go. Some Bambi. Some Secret Life of Pets. And then towards the end is just all horror and more horror. And more horror over here. And then in the back, it's a big Jason Voorhees NECA 18-inch. And then a Jason. Something that I just did recently is I made a black shelf to put in the back. And then up here, we have all of Marie's Bambi Pops, a Bambi puzzle, and the Dolly vinyl pop that she just got recently. But that's all.
And that's it. No more pops. Unless Bambi comes out with more.
Yeah. And then here's some pictures. Here's me and Marie with Down to Movie. And then this is from 2022 when we met up in New Jersey and filmed with BBG, Movieholic, James Bear, just a bunch of people. This is a recent one that we met up at Bull Moose with Durant Cinema, Mika and Kira, Movies and Sue, and Tony and Mizzy's in there. And then this is our most recent one when we met up at Bull Moose this year in October. That Cinemaman's in there, Veg, aka Sean, Tim Talks Talkies, Bob, Blu-ray, Born to be Rad, Nick is in there.
And a shout out to Movie Hunter that's not pictured, but he's literally right on the edge.
Yeah, he is literally right here that he didn't make the picture. Born to be Rad's in that one as well. And then this is a picture that we have of everybody in 2022 at Video Game Movie Dome. That has Rick, BBG, Crazy Joe, John, Movieholic, Pam, Sharks and Monsters, just a bunch of people. Here is Physical Media Man and Lewis Switcher when we went to Pittsburgh and met up with them at Lewis's house. And then here is Movie and Toy Collector 13 and X-Team Featurette and Lewis and all that when we met up with them in Pittsburgh. Here's another picture I have of, this is from 2018 when Cinema Sickness came up here with Cinema Man, that we did Salem and Bull Moose. And then down here I have a picture of The Undertaker in Massachusetts when I went to go see him at the Centrum. And then hanging off the mantle is a remote control helicopter and a little Care Bear over here. Another Care Bear there, and then a Walking Dead movie poster that J2H gave me, and a Negan Lives comic. Here is a popcorn bucket that Marie won from Crazy Joe that says, "Keep wearing those pajamas." Crazy Joe and then his wife, Christine, signed it as well. Inside there, I have a bunch of extra stickers and everything else that I keep up here. Then we're going to go down to, oh, I got this right here that Stay Waiting gave us a couple of years ago, and we keep it right there. Once St. Patrick's Day comes, it goes into the other room, but for right now, that's where it usually stays. Right here on the hearth is a bunch of boxes. This right here is pretty much pickups that I've had that I haven't filmed yet. Here's one from Bull Moose that I just went this week while I was on vacation. And then these 3 boxes are stuff that I watched that doesn't make my shelf, but Marie wants to still watch it. Or the first box is stuff that neither of us have seen that is a little bit questionable, and I don't want to put on the shelf because I don't think it's going to make it. These 2 boxes right here are pretty much stuff that's going to Bull Moose for trade-in, stuff that I've upgraded, stuff that didn't make the shelf that nobody bought, and just pretty much sits right there. Over here is some, I just recently got a box of a bunch of free CDs and movies. And in that video, I mentioned there was a bunch of CDs that I couldn't find the CDs for them. So I kept the cases just in case I ever get cases that are broken. They just sit right there. Those are pretty much just empty cases that I keep for that reason. Then just trash bin, a little heater over here. And then right here is a closet. Inside the closet is a bunch of shipping supplies, extra movies that I have for if I ever do giveaways, and just a bunch of crap. It's just full, you know, Bluetooth speakers and everything else is just all sitting in there, and just a bunch of packing supplies. At the bottom is just a little Spider-Man thing to, you know, keep the cold out. But over here is a poster that I have of pretty much all the first notes I ever got when I first started YouTube. So it has stuff from Down to Movie, my first one ever. That's right there from Absolute Sublime. Sorry about the glare. It's hard to film in here. But Absolute Sublime, Mike Hatfield, X-Dean, BBG, just a bunch of people. But I keep that there. Inside the closet, I pretty much have every single note that I've ever kept that people have given me. Up here is a place called Benson's Animal Farm that I used to go to as a kid with my grandmother in Hudson, New Hampshire. That's no longer there. It's a park now. The cages are still there. They can, you know, see them, but the animals are gone. This is a signed Nicholas Sparks notebook 8x10 that I have. Again, sorry about the glare. And then Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas picture. Then after that, we come over here to the bookcases. And these are IKEA Billy bookcases that I have. And then you pretty much get one and you buy 2 extra shelves from IKEA. And you pretty much can fit a ton of movies on them. Pretty much every single one of my IKEA bookcases, I didn't buy any of them brand new.
Oh, heck no.
Because I live in Massachusetts and we have a lot of colleges around here. I pretty much, when college season ended, I always went on Craigslist and Let Go and whatnot. and pretty much found them in college dorm rooms all around Boston. So I just pretty much went and picked them up dirt cheap. And then I just went to IKEA and just bought 2 extra shelves for them. But a way to save money. But we'll start off with the first shelf. The first shelf, as you can see, has a lot of my boutique stuff. There's Arrow box sets on top, arrows with slips, more arrows without slips, Vinegar Syndromes, more Vinegar Syndromes, Severin. Down there is Criterion. And then after Criterion is Scream Factory. And then over here I have more Scream Factory and then the start of my Kinos. And then after that it's more Kinos. And then right where that 30 Days a Night Blood Steel book is the beginning of my numbers. I have that pretty much sideways just as a reference point. And then behind it I have all of my Grease DVD jackets. I have pretty much every single one of them, but I have them back there. But after those is pretty much the start of the alphabet. Pretty much the way I have my collection is they're alphabetized, but they're not alphabetical. That I keep my numbers together, my A's together, B's together, C's, so on and so forth. And then down here, as Marie is showing, I have little like tags. I got them on eBay. They were for CDs, but they work for movies as well. That pretty much just give me markers of where every part of the collection starts. Then, the way I have them in my collection, I have steelbooks first. Then I have TV shows. Then DVDs with slips. Snapper cases. DVDs with no slips. Then Blu-rays. Then Blu-rays with Blu-rays with slips, Blu-rays with no slips, then 4Ks, then anything that's like autographed or any kind of special edition I keep at the end. And that's pretty much how the whole entire collection goes all the way around, all the way through to you get to the 7th bookcase on this wall. That on the 7th bookcase, it pretty much ends right there, and that's where M's don't end, but where that last 7th bookcase is the M's. We'll complete later on a little bit more, but we'll go to the top of the bookcases now. On the top of the bookcases is pretty much all TV shows that I keep up there. There's a couple of movie box sets, but not many. But TV shows, because I don't, when you pull them down, they pretty much stay off the shelf for a while because there's so many discs of them. And it's something I don't watch a lot, so I don't keep them in the bookcases. They pretty much stay on the top. But there's the Strain box set, the Lost Ultimate box set, Little House on the Prairie, 24, Angel, Big Bang, the Dexter bust, and then Charmed, Buffy, The Wire, Degrassi Junior High, Friends, the Masters of Horror, Mausoleum set, Curse of Oak Island, Monty Python, Game of Thrones, Grimm, Happy Days, House, The Jeffersons. Up there is a Harry Potter trunk set, DVD set, Mad Men, complete series of Monk, the Harry Potter train set, that's 4K and Blu-ray, Nip Tuck, NCIS, Oz, Seinfeld, Sex and the City, Murder, She Wrote's up there, Sons of Anarchy, that's my favorite show, the first 3 seasons.
Also my favorite show.
Yeah. First 3 seasons of Slasher, 6 Feet Under, Supernatural, Smallville, Twin Peaks, Walking Dead. There up here is the Cotton Candy Gun, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You set is there, X-Files, and then the last one way in the back is the Young Ones TV show. And then up there is a Battlestar Galactica. But I keep all the shows up there. There are TV shows in the case inside the bookcases as well, but they're like miniseries or thin cased, you know, one season shows that we watched, like Looking for Alaska. That was only one season. It's in a slim DVD case, so I just put it on the shelf. I didn't worry about putting them on the top.
It's so good, though.
Yep, it's very good. But now we'll come over to the shelves over here. I have right here the Scream 6 popcorn bucket that I got online. And then I have some popcorn scented candles that I got from the Video Game Movie Dome. Then some like salt thing, some candy, and a little Lego that I have. Oh yeah.
It really does smell like popcorn. Look at that.
Yeah. And it looks like popcorn. Hellraiser puzzle box that I got off of Temu. This is the Heffalump.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh Halloween movie that came with the plush that James Bear found for us in New Jersey while we were there. A Joe and Marie little light up box that I never pretty much light up, but it sits there.
It's too bright.
Yeah, it's just too bright. And the batteries are dead. Up here I have 3 candles. Shocking fun fact for you. Even though I'm a guy, I love candles. I buy a lot of candles. But these I got at a horror convention. That's pretty much Terrifier, Sam, and then the Bride of Frankenstein. That's my favorite Universal monster. So I have those. And then right here we have a Bambi and Thumper boxes that Stay Waiting made for Marie a couple of Christmases ago, I think, or it was for her birthday. Right here is some Vinegar Syndrome mini slips with pins that we got a couple of years ago on Black Friday from them. But those are all right there. And that's pretty much any kind of display stuff that we have on the back shelves. We'll go to the last shelf right here. This is, as you can see, this is my Blu-ray 3D shelf. Everything on here is true Blu-ray 3D. No colored glasses. You pretty much need a 3D TV and player and glasses. But I pretty much have a full shelf and that little corner right there that it's double stacked because I'm under 100 away from completing a full North American 3D collection. And the last ones are pretty much all out of print or stuff that recently came out. I think Dune was the last one that came out that I don't have yet. But pretty much I have every single 3D that ever came out in North America. And like I said, I'm trying to go for a full collection because I love 3D. It's my favorite format. Because I love 3D, I have 2 pops over here. Here's a Gizmo pop with the 3D glasses. And then a Gremlin pop with the 3D glasses. So I have those there. On this wall, I have up top 2 cold cast pictures of Start Motion Picture and Director's Chair that I got at a flea market for under $5 for both of them. Then after that is the Movie Hoarders movie that me and Marie were in. I have a copy that's sealed and one that's not sealed. And then 3D M&M dispenser that I've always wanted one of these because I love 3D. So I have that right there. And these are some of my favorite pretty much editions that I have. I have 2 copies of the Rad Vinegar Syndrome 4K with slips. One open, one sealed. Then the Ring lenticular Blu-ray still sealed. Then I have a Rad Steelbook still sealed. And then this movie right here is Into the Deep. That's pretty much 47 meters down. That it was pulled off shelf. This was never supposed to be released. And I have one of those because Movie and Toy Collector 13 gave it to me. That's still sealed. I have that little clown. That's the last Blood Camp movie. That's on 4K on pretty much a thumb drive. And then right here is Marie's Studio Ghibli steelbooks. She has pretty much an up-to-date full collection of them, of every single one of them that's ever come out. We have every single one of them. All the ones at the beginning from here all to here that are in protectors are pretty much have been opened and Marie has watched them. Everything from here over are still sealed that she hasn't got to watch those yet. But one day she will. And then I have a couple of Studio Kids releases over here for Marie that don't have steelbooks that I picked up that I got cheap off of Whatnot. So I grabbed those for her to check out. Then underneath that is some keychains that she got from Miranda a couple of years ago. Here's a Bambi one. And then right there is a flower one and a thumper one. So those sit right there. Then Marie's pin board that has a gizmo with a Santa Claus hat on, a Bambi that Jim Demick gave her, and then a Bambi pin. Underneath that is another pin board that I have a bunch of Halloween pins, different pins that I got from different things. There's some Chucky, some Jason. Right there is some Toyologist pins. And then 2 patches, one for the Monster Squad and one for the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Then right here is a life-size figure of Dobby from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is a theater prop that was put in movie theaters when the movie came out. These were all supposed to be destroyed and was never supposed to be resold, but some, as always, make it out into the wild. Movie Hunter gave me this as a gift years ago, and it pretty much sits here. I love this thing. Pretty much if I ever get rid of my collection, this is one thing that I'll never get rid of. This thing will...
I won't let you.
...will be with me till I die. But over here is a sock that he gave me as a note. It says, "To Joe and Marie, kind people like you give this world hope." And that's from Movie Hunter. Then we're going to go into Marie's Bambi collection. That goes across over here. But she has some Japanese Laserdiscs, some steelbooks. Her first Bambi vinyl, that's right there. Pretty much another Bambi, like, small book and record in the back.
These are tripled up now?
Yeah, some more Bambi Laserdiscs. And as she said, they're pretty much, there's multiple ones on here. I'll let Marie do it because I can't do it one-handed.
No, they will fall easily.
But as you can see, there's multiple editions of Bambi in the back, and they keep on going. But pretty much they're all like that. That one over here is the same way. But
this one is my favorite.
Yeah. But right there is the top. We'll show the top across. And then this is a D23 Bambi plush that Geriatric Geek gave Marie. Then a Bambi storybook edition that's a DMC exclusive. In the back it's some Bambi Bambi and Bambi 2 long boxes that we have that are still sealed, as you can see what long boxes are. And then the Wonder Years locker set, and this is the metal locker set that we got from Movie Hunter.
I haven't cracked it open yet, but I love that show.
Yep. Down here is Marie's Bambi collection. That is pretty much a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays from literally all around the world, from all different places. Then over here is VHS and Beta from pretty much all around the world. And then more editions of Bambi. Some opened, most of them, 98% of them are still sealed. And then way in the back, you kind of see it, but there's a big edition in the back that's still sealed. On the bottom shelf is box sets that have Sound of Music, Singing in the Rain, Three Stooges, more Three Stooges, Betty Davis collection, Alfred Hitchcock collection, I Still Believe box set, and then some more Bambi sets right at the end. Next bookcase is more box sets. Amityville Horror, Pee-wee, Wreck, Omen, Batman, Fast and the Furious, Bourne collection, The Fly collection, Critters, Friday the 13th collection, Nightmare on Elm Street collection, Friday the 13th collection, Camp Blood, Ring You, Scorpion edition, The Blood and Hunger, It's Alive, Tales from Halloween, the Halloween box set. Down here is the Scarface DVD box set, Shrek, Nightmare Before Christmas, Stranger Things 1 and 2, Close Encounters, Spider-Man, Beverly Hills Cop 1 through 3 DVD box set, the out of print and recalled Sleepaway Camp Red Cross edition. Then I have some tins and then a Ferdinand gift set.
He's just cute.
Right there that I got from Walmart. Then we'll go over here. This is a poster that I got from Scream Team Releasing. That's Straight Edge Kegger movie. That's all autographed by 3 of the people in the film, and then the director is the one that's on this side in gold. All the rest are in white. Underneath that is the Ip-Man box set, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings box set, and then the Ninja Turtles pizza box set. Underneath that is some pictures, and then a Luke Vader light switch. Over here is the Precious Moments Mantle Lab for Deadpool 2, an Electrohead, and the Ghostbusters 4K box set. Then this shelf right here is pretty much all animated shows that my son can watch. Sometimes I tell my son, he has his own movie collection, but sometimes I'm like, oh, do you want to grab a movie from the movie room? He knows to come over here and pull something from this shelf for him to see, or the Disney shelf that we haven't got to yet. And then we have this shelf right here. Let me shut off this light for a second. That has a Turbo Man up top, a Mystery Machine with some Scooby-Doo figures. And then on the side, I have some DVD or Blu-ray plates from movies that I kept that I liked. On the top shelf is Rugrats, King of Queens, Harry Potter 4K Steelbook set, Killjoy. This shelf is a bunch of Mary-Kate and Ashley VHS, some other VHS. Right here is Friday Night Lights, Fraggle Rock, Titanic, Our Real Monsters, Velveteen Rabbit VHSs, Beetlejuice, some other ones that we have on that shelf. Next shelf right here is, on this side is just a bunch of Disney lithographs from the Disney Movie Club for different movies I got. This side right here is a bunch of Disney pins that I have still on card. In the middle is our Alita IMAX 3D movie tickets plus glasses from the theater that I kept because we loved Alita, and it was pretty much our first date night that we ever had was to go see Alita.
That's a great memory.
Yep. Then underneath that is a bunch of VHS that I have. And then the next shelf down is more VHS. And then right here is just a bunch of screener copies that I have. Here's the ones in clear cases are pretty much Arrow ones that I have. Here's one for Burnt Offerings. And it has pretty much the production day Arrow films. This is how Arrow used to release screener copies back in the day. They never gave you the whole box set. They just pretty much gave you a disc like this to do reviews of the movie. And then over here is just a bunch of other screeners that I have that are pretty much all in cases. Oops. Here's one for Stranger Things Season 3 that still has never gotten a physical release yet. But this, as you can see, it says, you know, it's just pretty much a screener copy that was given. So I have that one there. Let me just put that on the floor and I'll show it later. Here's another one that I have that's I want to check out soon, if I can pull it out with my fat fingers. And it's going deeper and deeper.
TMI.
Yep, that's what she said. But here's another one for the Squid Game. That, again, still has never gotten a release. But here's a screener copy for the full series of it. But that's there. And then on the bottom is more box sets. And then Disney Treasures and Disney tins that I have at the end from the Disney Movie Club. Then over here I have a Superman that my son got from Movie Hunter as a gift. Still stays in this room as just a piece of display. It sits in this corner that we usually keep. Then over here is the start for the other part of the collection. Like I said, the M's end on the other wall. Here's the beginning of the M's, and they go across till that break right there in the wall, and they go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the bottom shelf, as you can see right down there, all the way across. And that ends to the U's. Right here is a little cart that I got. This is from, where did I get this? Michael's, that I use. Just a little wheel cart that I wheel around. This, I use it for when we film our videos. Everything goes on that cart. And that's pretty much everything that I bought this month. That I just put movies there, there. And the bottom, I usually put CDs. And then I have turkey bags for steelbooks on the other side. And something to hold my movies up when I take my pictures for Instagram. But pretty much everything is on that cart before it gets put on the collection. At the end of the month, that cart empties out, goes in the collection, or something that's sketchy that I don't know if it's going to make the shelf will go in one of those boxes. But then this cart is empty, and then the new month start, and every time we film something, it goes on that cart, and we just reload it, and at the end of the month, we unload it again. But that cart always sits over here on this side of the room. Here's just a little folding table that I use for when we do videos, to stack stuff in front of Marie. And when I do live streams, I usually have this next to me with a drink. And if I have to show additions for something, I usually have movies stacked on this. But I just have this in there for that reason. And then I have my Chromebook that sits on top for when I do live streams to read the chat and all that stuff, that I use it there. Something else that I have is right in the middle over here. I have some little shelves that go between, because I had to put a break in it because there's an outlet right there. So I put these little shelves, but on the top is pretty much, again, let me shut off this light for you. But over here, it's just a little statue that I have. Then a little Lego figure that the toyologist gave Marie. Some Bambis and from Zootopia. This is a promo thing from Super Mario Brothers. And then right there is Coco and Wally and Hector that I have. And then here's another promo keychain from Super Mario Brothers. Then right there is some Gummy Bears figurines from the show Gummy Bears. Another Mario. Then some Monsters Inc. And then some figures that I got from Sean Start that I put right there. One for Black Panther and one for a zombie. I think it's Doctor Strange, if I remember right. But I have that right there. Then we have this wall that pretty much how my collection ends. That it goes across, and these are all the V's into W's. And then more W's over here that go the same way. And then more W's over here, and then Y's. Let me shut off some lights to make it easier to see. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Turn that one back on.
There you go. That one?
Nope. Turn on one more. Perfect. Okay. And then these are all, right here is the end of the Z's. And then it starts double feature DVDs into triple features and so on. And then the numbers just keep on going higher and higher.
That's just a magnet.
Yeah. But it goes from 4s into 5s to 6s to 8s to 9s to the last one that's right here. That's a 20. And then a Stephen King box set. Then after that is the Blu-rays, and they go the same way. 2 film to 3 film sets to 4 film sets. And then after that is the start of the Hallmark collection. And then the Hallmark collection pretty much goes by season. From January all the way across. And it just keeps on going into the summer months.
All year long.
And to October into the fall months. And then that's when you hit all the Christmas. And then you get more Christmas. And more Christmas. And guess what? More Christmas. And then right here is 2 of the Hallmark collector's gold crowned editions that we have at the end. And then a couple of double features that are just, you know, full collections. The Good Wish Complete Series. And then a couple of Hallmark Blu-rays that finally started coming out.
The Good Witch is opened.
Yep. Then after that, this is where the Disney collection starts, right here. And they're pretty much, again, loosely alphabetized. That it's just A's, B's, and all the formats with Disney are pretty much mixed. Just for it to make it easier for my son to find them. But all of my Disneys go to over here where it's the Muppets. Then it goes down. Right here to more Muppets, and then some other editions of different movies, so on and so forth. As we go across, then there's Marie's Buddies, and then these are a bunch of the Disney Movie Club exclusives. I actually have more of them, but my son has them in his collection because they're ones that he likes to watch, like Winnie the Pooh and so on and so forth. Then at the bottom over here on that shelf is the start of my Christmas collection of all my Christmas movies. Everything that I consider Christmas, I put on these shelves right here. We're not going to argue what's Christmas and what's not Christmas, but
whatever you enjoy watching during the season.
Yep, but these are the ones that I enjoy watching. And then more Christmas and more Christmas. And guess what? Christmas. More Christmas and more Christmas. And then it ends right there at the end of that shelf. On the bottom shelf, I have box sets down here of some just National Geographic box sets, a Free Willy box set, a Rocky box set that I couldn't get rid of because I like the mural on it, a Dane Cook one, and then a Tracy and Hepburn set, and a Hollywood Cinema set. Down here is pretty much all Scooby-Doo DVDs. That's pretty much everything Scooby-Doo. And then right at the end is the Blu-rays for the Scooby-Doo movies that I have on the bottom shelf. But that's pretty much most of the movies. Well, got a couple more things to show.
Oh, my retinas.
But here is Batman that's on this end of the wall. Again, my son got this from Movie Hunter, but we keep it in this room, and he watches the movies on this side. Then, right here is a picture that Sal, the toyologist from Whatnot, sent us, that says, Joe Martinez and Lady, thanks. Mm-hmm. And then he signed it. And then right here is a key that Stay Waiting gave us. That's pretty much, it says, Santa's Magic Key. That sits right there. Then we have a Vinegar Syndrome card, Plushy Dreadfuls card, Disney Movie Club card. Then a Speed Buggy die-cast, a Scooby-Doo one, and then a Born to be Rad card that I got. Here is the infamous man thong that I got like 4 years ago.
It's still hanging
as a gift, and it's still hanging there, still with tags. We never wore it.
No.
And then right here, it's stuff that Movie Chatter sent us. Here's a little Blockbuster video one. And then there's a Bambi one right there. And when you open it up, there is a VHS inside.
There is.
And it does say Bambi. See if Marie can crack it open, as you can see right there.
That's adorable.
So that's that. And then we go up top. We have pictures of my son, pretty much the first year he was born, with different outfits with different movies. There's Ninja Turtles, him at Halloween with Trick or Treat, him with Batman.
I just wanted to have a little fun.
Them with, theirs with Killer Rax, trying to get some milk out of him. And him in the old movie room with the Star Wars Steelbook. And then him with his Scooby-Doo pajamas with the Scooby-Doo movie. So we have those up there in that part of the room. Now we're going to go over to the middle of the room. We'll start over here. But right here is some more vinyl that I have. The top shelf right here, right there. That's all movie soundtracks. That's the only thing that we keep there is all the soundtracks. The bottom are all like compilation albums. And right at the end are singles albums. Right here is a box that I use for vinyl when we buy vinyl. Again, after we film it, it goes in this box. It gets cataloged on Discogs. End of the month, we take pictures. And then that box empties till the next month starts. And that's what we put there. On top right here is Marie's It Doesn't Make the Shelf notebook for when we do our It Doesn't Make the Shelf videos where she takes notes for all the movies and scores. And then these are pretty much turkey bags for vinyls. Right here is a little bit of a spoiler of Marie's It Doesn't Make the Shelf and pretty much what she watched for the month of December.
And since it's December Christmas month, most of it is going back on the shelf.
Yeah, most of it is going back on the shelf. There's very little It Doesn't Make the Shelf.
Lots of rewatches.
Yeah, but a lot of good stuff. But this is right there because Marie hasn't done her post yet. Right here is pretty much our couch that we film videos on with our little table. But it has, you know, some pillows that we have. There's our pillow of Lola that's sitting there that Mike Hatfield gave us. And then Marie's rabbit that passed away. We have that there. Then a little Plague Doctor Squishmallow. And then that is a pillow that Stay Waiting made for Marie. We use on that. And the
little table that always hits me in the leg.
Yep. That's the little table right there.
The metal.
Right here is pretty much more vinyls. We have a little record player in here. This is the first record player I got. And I use that one in here to listen to music when I'm putting stuff away. Then the vinyl down here is pretty much P's through the end of the alphabet to Z's. And then right at the end is pretty much
the fat ones.
All the box sets that you could see. Skid Row, Garth Brooks, Dolly, Nirvana, Linkin Park, so on and so forth. On top over here is a Metallica and Justice for All box set that I have. That bag has some books in it. And then here's something that Stay Waiting made for me for last Christmas. And then something that she gave us as a gift recently. Some horror trivia game. Right here is an evidence bag that Twice Loved 22 and whatnot put some movies in for during horror month. And that's an actual police evidence bag. Because the guy from Twice Loved used to be, well, he still is a cop. And that's one of the evidence bags. So I put that there because I thought it was really cool. And then right here is 2 lenticular box sets that I have. Here's the Best Buy Avengers lenticular one that lights up. And there it is lit up. And then here is the Zavvi exclusive one for Avengers Endgame that has the 3D steelbook in it. And then underneath is pretty much every single horror pack exclusive that has ever been released. That starts right there at number 1 and goes all the way to the end, I think to 89. But I have pretty much every single one of them that they ever released because I've been a subscriber since literally day 1. Down there is more vinyl. That is all 7-inch vinyl. Mostly punk. Couple of singles and then a box set right there. Then this is a new addition to the room. And it's a spinner that we found at Savers that worked really well. But we pretty much, I have some stickers on it, but this pretty much holds CDs and VHS. There's a bunch of CDs. Pretty much every single one of these CDs are empty because we have a big 300 disc CD changer. And we put most of them in there, except for anything that's super heavy. We don't, because I only listen to it. But right here is a bunch of VHS that go all the way down of different VHS editions that I like the artwork or I only have on VHS. So those are right there. And then some horror stickers on this side. And then here's some more VHS of cool editions or again, stuff that I don't have in any other format. And then these are all whatnot sellers that I have, that I got. And then the end of the CDs right there. These are all Christmas CDs. And then these are all more whatnot sellers that I have. And then on the top up here is pretty much some box sets. I have a Blackpink one, another Blackpink one. This is a Bring Me Here Horizon one, and the bottom one right here is what's that? George Strait box set. That's Marie's. And then a little spider that Lewis gave me in a horror box one time that scared the S out of me.
It still scares me sometimes.
Yep, still scares us. But that is pretty much the whole entire room. That's pretty much everything that's jammed in here. Like I said, there's a lot in here. We do cram a lot of stuff in this room. But it works for us. Like I said, it's a constant ebb and flow of different things coming in.
This organization method
and coming out
works for us.
Yep.
However you do yours, if you want to tell us in the comments, go right ahead.
Yeah, let us know how you organize your collection. Like I said, for us,
we gave you some ideas.
This is what works for us because our collection is so big. You know, putting things by format and then slips, no slips. Most of the time we do that because I do a lot of different tournaments on YouTube. It's easier to find stuff.
When you have like thousands of
these. When I'm doing like slipcover editions or steelbook editions, I know where things are. So I just, you know, for us it works that way because of different things that we do on YouTube and just to, you know, put stuff away in the collection. But that is everything right here that we have, pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. So that is the complete entire movie room this time. As always, this room constantly changes. Last year and even the year before, the day after I filmed the room tour, I was already changing stuff.
Another little shelf.
Yeah. I'm always constantly changing this room. I'm always finding different ways to make things work or figure things out. I think it was this year was the year that we actually, Marie pretty much took on the task of literally taking every single movie off the shelf and organizing it the way we do. That we do the steelbooks, TV shows, DVD slips, DVD no slips, Blu-ray slips, Blu-rays no slips.
I had help with the S's.
4Ks, and then any kind of autograph editions on the end. Marie pretty much took on that task. It took her a couple of weeks to pretty much do the whole entire room all the way around. I helped her with the S's because there was
an S load.
There was an S load. If anybody knows, S is always the biggest part of your collection.
And if you've been with us for a couple of years, there was actually a twin bed in here, and we had extra room. And it was pretty bare over there.
Not anymore.
So now you know that we stare at a wall of movies.
Yeah. So yeah, you pretty much know what we have in here. Like I said, it works for us. We're constantly moving stuff around to make room, but you know, it's always a work in progress. Or like I said, there's always stuff coming out, stuff coming in. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, videos before and after. If you want to subscribe to us, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. We'll have more videos for you. If you want to leave a comment down below about our room, you know, let us know what you think. Let us know how you organize your collection. Let us know, you know, what do you think of how we do it, or, you know, what do you think of the room? But until next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All day.
All night.